Hello, this is Objects of North Devon, a weekly podcast designed to bring the museum's objects out of their displays and into your homes. My name is Adam Murray, and I'm the Learning Officer at the museum, and today we'd like to talk about Bowden's Indian Balm. During the 1830s, William Bowden, a stonemason from Barnstaple, decided to uproot his newlywed wife for Madras in southern India. Travelling across India for several years, when we assume he was still practicing as a stonemason, he started to concoct an exotic ointment inspired by his travels. Returning back to Barnstaple with his wife and children, William set up shop selling his Indian Balm, an ointment that claimed to pretty much cure everything. It's important to remember that during these times there was no national health service, and seeing an expensive doctor and getting a prescription was way out of most Victorians' reach. Self-medication would have been common with ointments sold in local shops, and families passed down traditional natural remedies all the time. So William's product would not have looked out of place. However, using the relationship of Britain and India and playing on the draw of the exotic, Bowden's Indian Balm became quite popular. So how did this become part of the museum? Well, the object we're looking at is actually an original sign for Bowden's. We do have original jars in the collection, but this sign came from a relative of the Bowden family who was writing a book about his great-great-grandfather, retracing his roots through India. The Victorian sign gives no inkling as to the ingredients, but makes a claim that the balm can cure, amongst other things, various inflammations, both internal and external, inflamed eyes, gums, eczema, piles, rheumatism, chilblains, sprains and cuts, and that's just for starters. The anointment itself probably supplied a soft pain-killing effect, and it certainly helped that it had a really nice aroma which was remembered wafting across Barnstaple as it cooked. On the sign it also states that you can buy the balm from Rackfield House. This is where Barnstaple Street and Butcher's Row meet. The Bowdens were still trading in some form well into the 1960s in this building, and that building we think is now occupied by A1 taxis. What is so great about this piece is that it's a multi-layered story with themes of empire, travel, business, local medicine and a hint of the exotic. Travelling to and around India would have been an astonishing feat for William in the 1830s, and after his extraordinary travels he still chose to return to Barnstaple, and that intuition was right as Bowden's traded for an astonishing 85 years. Not bad for an optimistic stonemason from Barnstaple. If you want to know more about our collections, go to our Google Arts and Culture page. You can find the link to our page in this post. Thank you for listening, and please join us next week for our next podcast. Cheerio!